Okay, I wanted to include this supplemental video here only because I want to show you something. That Command J that I was showing you to create a new layer, that's only one way to do it. I want to show you something because I don't want you guys to be confused. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you that same technique right down here. Remember we said the Command J thing where you create a new layer and add an adjustment layer from there. Well, you don't necessarily have to do that. So I don't want the appearance to be that that's the only way to do it. Like in Photoshop, there are many ways to do the same thing. I just want to show you another workaround on that. So I want to select this little foot down here. So I'm going to command click that, and we can see that's that leg layer right there. Okay, so and what I want to do is I want to lighten up the blade of that shovel without affecting the handle, because I think the handle looks just fine. So remember I showed you how to select that, the blade, and then after you select it, click Command J to create a new layer out of it. You don't necessarily have to do that. Let me show you what I mean. Let's just zoom in here. Okay, so what we can do right here is we can select that blade right there. And I can just come in here and do so using my quick selection tool. Well, I'm in minus selection here, so I just go to my quick selection tool. That's why that wasn't selecting. Okay, there's the selection. Okay, now with that selected, I can just come right up here and select the adjustment layer, and it's gonna conform to that mask right there. Let me show you what I mean. So at this point before, I would select Command J, create a new layer, then add an adjustment layer to that. But while in this same layer, as long as I have that portion selected, I can just create that new adjustment layer. Okay, and then see how it took the mask right with it? And then what I can do is just come over into my properties and I can adjust that layer right there. Okay, so I don't want you to think that you have to click Command J. You don't have to. You can do it right within that same layer. Well, let me show you again, just so you know. Let's go down here to this guy. And we'll take that right there, and that layer is here. And I'm just gonna, what I am doing when I say I'm command click, I'm in my my move tool, and I'm just gonna hover over that, and I'm gonna command click, and that's gonna show me what layer it is. So with that layer, okay, and don't forget that layer is masked, see? But what I want to do is I just take that layer and I'm going to add another mask to it. Let's come down here to my quick selection tool. And I'll just do this quickly. And it looks like I got too much, so let's subtract that part of the selection. Okay, that looks good. Now, I'm not trying to make this a perfect selection. I just want you guys to see kind of how I'm doing this. Oops. Boy. Let me deselect it. I don't like the way that's looking at all, so I'm just going to start over with this selection. And let's come down here and grab that. So I'm not going to pretend that. In the real world, I would take some time and really try to get that to be a perfect selection. But I just want to show you for demonstration purposes. So I've got it selected, right? Let's go ahead and Command 0. I've got it selected. Now at this point, before I was saying Command J, don't have to do that. We can just come down right here, go right to the adjustments layer, go to levels, right there, come to our properties, and as you can see, we can affect it right through there. So two ways to do the same thing, which you'll find in Photoshop all the time. There's always going to be several ways to accomplish the same thing in Photoshop. But I just wanted to include that because I didn't want anyone to get confused with that Command J thing. I was trying to show you guys another technique, but then I got done. I was looking at the videos and thinking, boy, I don't want to confuse anyone on that. Okay, hope that makes sense, guys. Thanks.